Lawyers for Alex Murdaugh filed an appeal on his behalf yesterday, just 1 week after a South Carolina jury found the 54-year-old guilty of killing his wife and son. The disgraced lawyer was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. Barbara McQuaid joins us now. She's a former U.S. attorney, current law professor at the University of Michigan, and NBC News legal analyst. So thank you so much for being with us this morning, Barbara. First off, what do we know about this appeal so far, and what grounds do we think Murdaugh's lawyers might be using here?
Well, it's a fairly routine matter for defense attorneys to file a notice of appeal because they must do so within a very short window of time. Usually they file that provisionally. It may be that they're not even aware of any particular error that they're going to focus on in their appellate briefs. They get more time to actually scour the record and look for that. Oftentimes it's useful to bring in another lawyer, a fresh set of eyes, to read all of the transcripts and think through any potential errors that might have been made in the case below. Sometimes it's evidentiary issues. Sometimes it's permitting the fruits of searches or statements to come in. And so sometimes there's even an argument called sufficiency of the evidence. It gets raised in almost every criminal conviction. What it says is no rational fact finder could have found me guilty, even though this jury did. I should also note that appeals are successful only in less than 10% of cases because most of the time judges get it right.
That's an important statistic there. And I know that Murdaugh is also facing 99 other charges in a separate trial. Is it possible those proceedings could diminish the weight of this new appeal, especially with the probability you just outlined?
I don't think so. And, you know, sometimes people say, why bother going forward with other kinds of crimes that are perhaps less important than what could be more important than murdering two people, especially family members? But prosecutors sometimes like to take a belt and suspenders approach, just in the unlikely event that the murder convictions should for some reason be overturned. There are some very serious allegations of fraud against Alex Murdaugh. We heard some of those come out during the trial. The way he defrauded his own clients and took settlements and verdicts that they had received and kept them for himself, the way he cheated his law partners. And so those two are serious crimes. And so it is worth, I think, pursuing those so that there is a backstop in case for some reason the murder charges should fail. They should not be overlooked. They're serious crimes in and of themselves.
And alleged financial crimes aside, when it comes to this murder conviction, do you expect the appeal will be successful, Barbara?
You know, not based on anything I've seen or that I know. It's always possible that there were procedural steps taken earlier in the case that were mistakes or missteps, or that there was some sort of exonerating evidence that was suppressed in some way. But based on what we've seen in the public record, you know, it appears that he got a fair trial. He testified, and the jury, it appears based on the swiftness of their verdict, simply rejected his version of the story. So I don't have any reason to doubt the validity of this verdict and expect that there will be a reversal on appeal.
Barbara McQuaid, thank you so much.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.